Om Shanti. Stay in the volcanic stage and experience powerful remembrance, the power of silence. Yoga means the power of silence. This power of silence can very easily bring transformation in the self and others. The elements, as well as souls, will be transformed with this power. You transform souls by giving them the course in words. But in order to transform the elements, you need the power of silence. You need the power of yoga. Your yoga can be powerful when all other thoughts have become quiet and there is just the one thought of Baba and I. All thoughts, apart from the experience of meeting the Father, should vanish. Only then could you honestly say that your remembrance is as powerful as a fire, with which transformation can take place. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 20. Stay in the volcanic stage and experience powerful remembrance. Today's topic, the power of silence. Didi Mohini Ji's specialities shared by Dadi Prakash Mani Ji. 13. Begin the creation with the power of yoga. 14 years after becoming a Vyakt, Baba took Didi whom Baba had made an instrument in his lap for the new creation and to begin the creation with the power of yoga. Baba has hidden Didi in his lap. Today, Didi is sitting on the unlimited throne and touring around the whole world. Didi is doing all types of service with Baba. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi ji.
Om Shanti. We get knowledge and then there are teachings. Our dadis, they didn't just share knowledge, but it was teachings. Like in the Lokik, there are parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents. These days, I don't know about younger generation, but it's always good to know them, right? Who was my father's parents, mother's parents. In Hindi, they have different. In English, we just say grandparents. From my mother's, my father's. Right? But we used to say Dada, Dadi is fathers, Nana, Nani is mothers, right? Because in Hindi we have Mama, Mami, Chacha, Chachi, right? But in English is uncle, maternal uncle, something like that. So when we, at least for me, when I hear about Didi, especially when Dadis are sharing their experience with Didi, I mean, that's real, no, in the sense of practically, that's how they learned. I remember so many teachings. Didi Mohini was very disciplined person. Discipline is following maryadas. Right? One who follows maryadas, they are also expect others also, or they see that that is good for our future. Like everything. Today, if we have to say something to someone, do so much tapasya, think for a few days, should I say or not, right? But that was not our childhood. Our childhood has come. Didi will say, you are my friend. I want to tell you, someday you will have to face it. So I want to tell you, you change yourself in this. Or you do this way, this way. I mean, of course, one, as I said, is discipline, maryadas, how you sit as a Brahmin, how you walk as a Brahmin, how you talk as a Brahmin. When at young age, I used to go morning prayers in the schools. So after that, some schools will give us 10 minutes to go and talk on one of the value or anything. So I used to go almost every morning to near the schools near the center. And of course, like you prepare, you speak, you just don't go because it's the teachers, professors, principal, everyone is in the prayer. So Didi one time, some word I think I use, and she will say, because she used to say that you have to bring change, but not by criticizing. Mend it, not cut it, in the sense, say it in such a positive way that person remembers that. Like Mama, Baba will send the soul as a particular sanskar. Mama will not mention. Mama will say, you had been very good, you had been serving so much. But these are Baba's teachings. That means what you're doing is not according to teaching. But she will not say you're not doing it, you're not following it, you shouldn't be like that. Because actually, who am I, right? What right, what authority I have? They are Baba's children and they are Baba's helpers. Nobody is under me, no one. They are Baba's children and they all have committed, volunteered their time, money or whatever to Baba. So I have to keep that respect of everyone. Eh? So reminding of Baba's teachings is the best way for us. Revising Baba's teaching, our Dadi's teaching, so that maryadas are maintained, principles are followed. Law for myself and love for others. Generally, we use law for others all the time. This is not yage, this is not. But as much I am lawful and loveful to others, others learn the law from me. But if you are lawful to others, not to yourself, you will say it, but it will have some kind of heaviness, reaction. So I follow maryadas. And with love, when I say, they look at me and say, "Oh, we should also do like this." It's a very subtle thing, right? So it's very, very important to know more about Didi. Next month will be Dadi Prakash Mani. So what we try to do in Avyakti Parivar to bring a little segment, because in those days it was not common to video there anything. So it's very difficult to dig some from somewhere. We get videos. There are 110 brothers, sisters. They try to help to dig it, to get something to. It's a lot of work. So everyone should try to see. This will be one Mohini Didi, next month will be. So every month really is at least one Dadi. So our homework is, we are lucky we know Hindi. So I said Shanti is peace and Shanti also is silence. But here they are talking about power of silence. Yoga means the power of silence. Not only verbal, but of the mind. Right? Power of silence can very easily bring transformation in the self and also transformation in others. Baba said that elements as well as the souls will be transformed with this power. Just send power of silence. Baba says you transform yourself or transform the soul by giving the course in the words. Baba says, but in order to transform the elements, we can't give course to them, right? We can't say, water, please do this. But with thoughts you can. But to serve the elements, you need the power of silence. It was last Thursday when Baba said in Bhog message that every thought can work if it has power. The power of silence, Baba says you need the power of yoga. For elements, you need power of silence. You need the power of yoga. Your yoga can be powerful. Your yoga can be powerful. Baba says when all other thoughts can become quiet, no thoughts. And Baba says then in just 1 second, with one thought, What is that? Baba and I. All thoughts, Baba says, apart from the experience of meeting the Father, should all the thoughts apart from Baba and I should vanish, disappear. Only then could you, Baba says, honestly that your remembrance is as powerful as fire. What is that jwala? Volcanic. So powerful remembrance is as powerful as fire with which transformation can happen. Everything, it is in fire that it get transformed. So all of us will create this as experience. Tomorrow is anyway Monday, day of silence. Right? We talk, it's not we don't, but minimum, as much necessary, as little as possible. So we will continue our homework every hour, which we had been doing since morning. I hope you all doing it. I at least find that I am reminded every hour, 1 minute, 1 second. Just be embodiment tomorrow of power of peace, power of silence. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti. Good evening. Welcome to everyone here in Canada, but also around the world. And of course, on behalf of everyone here in the room, Mohini Didi, this is not from Golden Age, this is from Confluence Age. special from Baba's garden here.
Very beautiful.
So special welcome. And those who were online yesterday also heard that we wanted to celebrate, of course, the 90th anniversary of the Yagya, but in a very golden, aged way. And the Toronto family had this beautiful thought to take us through some of the experiences you may have had of Golden Age, either from the early days when you took birth, maybe through some experiences in offering Bhog to Baba, or trance experiences or visions. And so we'll be combining some thought about scenes of Golden Age, but also, the seed of Golden Age is definitely what we're doing in the conference age. So there will be connection with the heart of the Yagya. Is everybody happy to go to Golden Age for the next 9 days? Yes? Did you start to create a space in your mind? And tonight we wanted to focus on the birthday of Sri Krishna, because it's a very beautiful beginning. And I was wondering if you can take us through some of your thoughts, because it's a quite a little mysterious moment, isn't it? That Krishna will be born, but his parents will be, they will have been born differently than Krishna. Krishna will be the first one to born with the power of thoughts, the power of purity. And I understand that Baba said that when Krishna is born, the old world will still be, they will still be closing up the old world, and a new world would be created. So I'm wondering, what is your thinking, or what was your experiences of how is Sri Krishna going to be born? And have you ever had a vision of that happening? Do you know where you will be? Will you be there but in which form will you be there? And so many questions that thing about what's going to happen. And if the old world is still there, is Sri Krishna going to see bodies around that are not golden aged bodies? So it's a lot of little detailed questions we may want to ask you. What are your thoughts on Sri Krishna's birth?
Om Shanti. I think I want to start completely different way, and I will definitely come to that point of Sri Krishna, that when Baba Shiva, Brahma Baba got the message, and he didn't understand, what exactly it is. It took few years actually. Baba went to Kashmir to be clear. He went to Calcutta. Only thing is he will draw a cycle and not sure what it is. But he had 3 visions at that time. The first one was of Vishnu. And when he saw Vishnu, Vishnu is telling him, Tattvam, you are like me. You are like me. Brahma Baba couldn't relate. But like that form of Vishnu, which is form of sustenance. Brahma is establishment and is sustenance. But then he saw another vision which was beautiful. Actually, this was even before he saw Vishnu, was a beautiful garden. And where he's seeing little prince, princess, they are playing. So he was kind of, what is this? Which world is this? Who are these children? And then when he saw them as Krishna Radha, means prince, princess, and they all are playing in a very beautiful garden. I think in Madhuban we have that picture with us we brought, right, Bhumibet? You have no picture of heaven? We brought one. And then also he saw natural calamities, civil wars, and use of weapons, arms, bombs all over. Three types of ways for destruction. So then it took time. Then he understood that what God wants to create is this beautiful world where every being, every child is divine, is like Krishna. And they are playing and they are dancing, doing ras. So many people ask us worldwide, there's so much sorrow in the world, still so much destruction, but you all still look very cheerful. It's an open question they ask. What makes you smile? Then I always share that when I heard the vision of what the future is, I had that vision so much engraved in me that the future of the world will be heaven, future of world will be golden age, future of world will be that every child born will be divine. It's not one Krishna will be the kingdom. No, first there has to be all these little children also. And in that vision, which first prominent is, of course, children, but then is the elements, what the elements will be. Lot of fragrance in the plants and then came birds, what kind of them, then came fruits, what it will be for eating. So little by little, like human being and the elements, and then was the residential, how will be the palaces, how will be the buildings, and then of course came the relationships between, Baba talks about the goat or cow and mm, lion eat drinking water in the same pond. So a lot of these instances of that when there is purity, then how calm animal can be together without any fear of violence. So that whole aspect of purity comes in. So I think that all of us, if you can little bit start focusing from there, then it will become very natural to understand what is the birth, how the birth will be like. In the time of transition, now in that time of transition, each one of us now, we are mouth-born progeny of Brahma. And we are as souls, Shiv Kumar, Shiv Kumaris, but in body we are Brahma Kumar and Brahma Kumaris. And how from this transition we become what Baba calls us as pure Brahmins. Because Brahmins so deity, Brahmins so angel. This angel, all that is after Baba became aware. Otherwise, from beginning, we said, I am going to be a deity. But I want you to begin your journey with that thought so that when we talk of Sri Krishna, we're not talking of somewhere, someone, an individual. We're talking about us, all of us will be born in that as a little divine child. So you immerse those feelings. And this is what Brahma Baba did, right?
They're bringing the picture.
Hmm.
Is that the one?
Aage right.
I understand your process, and
The whole
if I can just ask, because you said you had that experience that was very much engraved in yourself. Can you take us through when did you have that experience, or how did it happen? Was it like a clear vision, or did you see yourself in that world, or
no,
was it
see, that was
through
Baba's
understanding?
vision. Based on Baba is giving us the message. And each one of us, when we came to Baba, we all accepted. How many of you accepted that you will be deity? Right? Everyone, right? Divine deity or pure whatever. So now it's like that baby Krishna is born, no? That divine being is born within each one of you. It's only our sanskars, our thoughts hide that image, We're not able to experience that one. But, more you will have silence, more you will be deeply with the self, you will see your divine form emerging. All of you must be experience the difference. All of you that you are not what you were 10 years, 20. I feel difference every year. My whole internal being, the way it is changing and what is appearing, what is emerging, is that pure and divine form in a very natural way. Observing purity in life, observing eating pure diet. I mean, everything pure will lead to that personality of divinity. So I would just really want all of you to look within yourself. Is there any divine little being there or no? Hmm? So don't worry if you haven't, but do it now until tomorrow evening. Eric bhai? So brothers in there, very beautiful kurta and dhoti and
But do you think it's important,
and then the flute. The whole importance of Krishna is his flute. So Mama says that Murli, they have shown wooden, but you all have real one. That is why when we read Murli, we never focus on anyone's weakness or anyone's mistake. So when they read Murli, they emphasize. In a way, they are pointing out. But in one of the Murli, Baba said, if you see anyone's defect, they will not take sustenance from you. Even you reading Murli, but they're not, doesn't. Many come to me. I don't feel sustained when this one reads Murli. And I know that what is there. So sweet, nectar, pure, completely no interpretations because of some incident, because of a person. It's very important. And I'm telling you how many people do feel they were pointed in the Murli.
so if you read Murli, don't read Murli with a wooden flute. Use diamonds and proper.
No, just read it. Read Murli.
Yeah, but you mean like what should be in the awareness?
Read Murli with this natural. Like I read Murli as I'm reading to myself. I never think I'm reading Murli to others, always. And that is why when I read, I pause because I want to feel it. I want to experience it. So I read Murli to myself and then I feel when I'm reading to others, but reading to myself, then it has many said, I hadn't been reading for a while. But
He used to
nectar,
say also that don't read it thinking, oh, this point will be very good for this one, or that point will be very good for that one.
no, not only that, like Baba says, a dharana point. And so you're telling that person you should be doing when you are like that. Very subtle. So what you're doing is your awareness is polluted. It's not pure. There's pollution of weakness of anyone. It's so subtle, and we have to be so attentive, as if it's not really it's for me. No, as I said, law for me and love for you, not law for you and love for me. So Murli is very important. So we all do service in some way. Some read Murli sitting here, some read Murli in whatever. I remember when we came to New York, it was very difficult for people to come. So we were 8, 9 of us, and each one of us will read Murli to at least one person every night. And then we became 18, and then it keeps growing. So reading Murli is the proof of how divine. Are you really reading Murli, or just you reading Murli in the sense of your feelings, your consciousness? Everything is not as it should be. So prepare yourself that way, bring that experience of a spiritual child, mouth progeny, and what is my aim, what I am becoming. Because this will help you to feel heaven. It's like that's what I am expecting. Within 10 days, you feel yourself to be one of that little child in the garden playing.
So you're suggesting to refine a little bit what we do sometimes when we go through the 5 forms, because the deity is one of those forms, and it shouldn't be just, okay, I was a point, a deity, and then Baba says in a second, but at the same time, you're suggesting we should go more deeper into the feeling, the awareness.
What's your birthday form?
Just to save me from asking the wrong question for the next 9 days. So I don't ask you.
Your questions are valid, but I thought that
No, it's okay. But
we don't want to go into gross aspect first.
Right.
Let's start with some spiritual, and that's where I will connect with Yagya also.
I'm happy to go there, but I also want to know if you think it's really important to actually understand. I wouldn't say gross, but just like logical, because in the beginning, I think for myself and for others.
How will you understand? How will your intellect understand that logic unless you really accept some of the fundamental thing? Because even if you tell, oh, how it's possible? I don't think it's possible. How can power of your questions will continue because you haven't formed the spiritual awareness where your logic can understand other logic. That's why sometimes when some children ask Baba, how will this be in golden? How Baba says you will come to know when you go there. Why Baba says? Because then you want this kind of is questions are valid, but there has the logic with which you will be convinced or experience or feel is when you are internally accepting certain things, then you will understand how was he born, his parents, everything. And of course, as I said, it will be connected with Yagya because parents are there too. Right? These are Sri Krishna's family. Now. So that is why in my life, these lives are very important because that's the family. If you want to be in royal family, they are family of Krishna directly. And I need to be part of them to be there in golden age, in royal family. because Sri Krishna is in royal family. So if I want to be in royal family, I have to be knowing my relatives, mama, mami, all these are dadis, no? They are all Sri Krishna's family. And if I want to be in that, then I need to know more about them. And, I know every dadi because every almost. So I think this internally, I feel is very important. Then we will see maybe after 2, 3 days, I will explain what I understand about Sri Krishna's birth and all that. But I don't want to begin with that because I don't know how much it will appeal and you will apply. So sorry for that.
Apologies accepted. I'm asking you because, I mean, that was the plan, in the week to go through different phases of Golden Age to try to have a better understanding of it. I understand your point of, going through the subtle way first, but again, I would say just to save me from asking the wrong question for the next 9 days, is it really even necessary to ask those questions? Because when I asked one day Bridge Mohan, he was very clear, so I'm not going to answer any of your questions. I said, okay, well, that will make it very short. And it ended up like that. His point was saying that sometime by answering certain questions, it creates more questions. For me, and I think I come from the background of many double foreigners, we come sometimes from a scientific point of view or, from a different education. And I understand what you're sharing about, trying to feel our divine energy, everything. But it doesn't answer to me at all some of the kind of logical aspects of the cycle. And when I came to Gyan, it was very intoxicating, was very high. You were feeling, we didn't need even, I believe very, very strongly everything Baba said. And when he even said, the fly will come every 5,000 years, will be the same fly. I said, I don't understand how it's possible, but it's okay. I believe it. And it took many, many years one day to start to think, I don't understand how this is working. So then we started asking questions to Jagdish Bhai, to Brij Mohan Bhai. And it was kind of interesting sometimes that we were missing certain information to understand the logic. And so that's why I'm wondering if it's really necessary to ask you a question about very specifics. Some ask question about, Baba says, okay, you're going to have milk in the golden age. So now the whole thing about relationship with animals. Like what are we going to study? What are we going to do? How is the day? I tried one day, Brother Ken.
And all that we can talk.
But is it useful?
I want to begin with is this, and then, logic also with the age, with everything changes, right? But logic can be created, And if logic is created based on my belief or what I am doing now, then logic is logical in the sense of it appeals. Otherwise, that logic might not even appeal, Even if I say it, as I said, the questions might create more questions. That's not bad. But sometimes I find that we have questions and we want them to be answered on that level. But for me, I feel, okay, even if I say it won't solve, it won't help, So I feel that if it is 10 days, we have enough time to do in a both ways, Like as you yourself said about the connection of golden ages with Yagya, right? So what did Baba do? When he had his vision, what did he do? Right? So what he did is that many of them came together, about how many families, they were totally 200-300. And Baba called it Yagya. Why he called it Yagya? One is, of course, to renounced the vices, but other is also whatever they had, they brought it together, and then, they lived from there. I'm not going in details because that's another step. But that is from where the yajna began when we say 90 years ago. And that is where from the sapling of the golden age, that means the vision of golden age, and then I will tell step by step then how Brahma Baba grew and how yajna. And all of us then part of it. Your 30 years, 40 years is not a little duration. It's like half of your life is in yajna, for yajna, preparing for golden age, right?
So Didi, I have a proposal for you.
Hmm?
And you tell me also if you think it's a good idea. Because also we don't want to make it too long because there is also different items prepared also after our chit chat. How about every night you start by telling me, a good question to ask would be,
Yes.
and you suggest to me what would be a good question to go with, and I'll just try to follow.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that better?
Whatever, I will do.
No, but this is good, no? So at least we go in the right direction. Otherwise, I may take you into places where we need to go backward. What do you think? Is that okay? So Didi will start by saying, the right question. Sometimes Daddy would come in the morning and say, today I had a thought. So maybe you'll come every day saying, there was a thought that's like you felt this, what you shared right now. So I presume tomorrow you'll feel what is next step.
I will give you maybe in writing or
No, you can say
tomorrow.
to me.
Can you ask question like
No. You tell. We tell in public it to be more fun. I would just tell you, Didi, so what do you think will be the next question today? So in that way, it's not question answer.
This is what family agrees, I will do.
Yeah, so it's not question answer, it's answer question. We do the other way. To be fine.
It's
going to be fun.
It's a family now.
No, and we're happy to.
A Vyakti Parivar is a family. So.
And I think we're all happy to go into a more, I don't know, experiential way or something more real, so we don't get stuck to questions like this. I totally agree with you. So we're happy with that? Good. Also, I want to, first of all, I forgot, but I wanted to really thank whoever created the stage. And I know those who are online, you may not see the whole thing, but there was so much work in the preparation of creating this golden age atmosphere. And I think it's so beautiful the way, right, Didi? The way they created, it's very royal, it's very simple.
Yeah.
And I think it's very proper.
When the team had been working until 5.
So because you have one picture here, but I think the picture of the stage is better representation of golden age. Because you told us yesterday we're already in golden age. So I'm experiencing it since yesterday. And now we are sitting, and it's not a picture, it's a real scene. But thank you to the team that have been planning, thinking about it. It was very lovely.
Everyone forget whether you are Eastern or Western.
Right.
Whether you are American or English or French, right? We all are Baba's children. So just keep yourself in that. We are all one family, Baba's children. We all have same aim, same journey. We are together traveling to our destination. And we understand from that point of view. And our logic will be also logic of what Baba has given us.
Brilliant. Now, Krishna has been put on hold a little bit. He's coming. But when Krishna was born, apparently there was a lot of joy and there will be dances. So we can watch the dances, right? This is nothing logical. This is nothing complicated. It's from the heart. Souls will be making their body move, and we call it Ras dance. So let's enjoy a little moment with dancing.
Very good.
To create the atmosphere of golden age. Is that okay, Bhumi? Good. And I'm not dancing, right? Okay, that's better. I can leave now. I'll go and prepare myself for tomorrow. Thank you, Didi. I appreciate you being yourself. It's very, very beautiful. Shanti, everyone.